must have missed the memo that I was going first tonight. Before I present Santini, I'd like to congratulate all the other award winners or inductees. Lisa, Linda, Jeff, who's always been great to me since I've been here. And then, of course, Jerry. When I think of Santini, you know, I think of work ethic. We've had guys work as hard as Santini, but we haven't had anybody work harder. You know, his brother and him, you know, when I first got here, they set the precedent in terms of work ethic and, you know, just spending hours and hours on the court. They treated it like a job. And, you know, those two, and we'll talk about Santini since that's who I'm presenting. Maybe Mario's next year. But, you know, with a Division III athlete, you have to recruit kids that are self-motivated because we're not allowed to have as much time with them as Division I or Division II schools. And Santini taught me the value of, you know, recruiting intrinsic kids because you knew he was in the gym whether you told him to be in the gym or not because he loved it. You have to recruit kids that love basketball as much as you do. Sorry. And Santini did that. Santini taught me the value of winning. Santini averaged 12 points a game his junior year, yet was a first-team All-American because all that matters is winning. Right? We had 4 or 5 guys average between 10 and 12 points a game. And, you know, a lot of times the point guard does get the credit when things are going really, really well. So when we've had our teams, our future teams, and we've had guys, you know, that are worrying about padding their stats, I said Santini Lancioni was a first-team All-American, averaging 11 or 12 points a game. You know, I've mentioned his work ethic. His work ethic has carried over. So when the kids in that class that are freshmen and sophomores see him working like that, then they started working like that. And it's been contagious for every class since. So his legacy with our program has lived on for what are we at? 7, 8 years now? 9 years? I mean, we've always had kids that were self-motivated. And, you know, I think that group started it. Santini's accomplishments. He was a 2009 NABC first-team All-American. Was it 8? What did you... It was 8 and 9, right? The 8 and 9 season. 2009 NJAC Player of the Year. 2-time All-District First Team. 2-time NJAC First Team. He scored over 1,000 points. He ranks 3rd at Stockton history in assists. He ranks 5th in threes. His 157 threes in the 8-9 season, Jerome, are the 2nd best ever in Stockton history. Santini also helped lead us to the national championship game in the 2008-9 season and post a school record of 30-3. So since I only have 5 minutes, I now present you Santini Lancioni.
Thank you, Coach Bittner, for that warm introduction. It truly was a pleasure playing for Coach Bittner, and he's going to be, you know, he's going to have a bright future here, and the program is definitely in good hands. This is such a privilege to be here tonight, you know, standing here and sharing this night with my, you know, my family, my friends, teammates, and coaches. And I just want to say thank you to Stockton University for having this, and the committee for, you know, this amazing honor. And also congratulations to the family and the other inductees of the 2017 class. It's really a privilege to be being enshrined into the Hall of Fame with you guys as well. So I actually got the notification that I would be inducted into the Hall of Fame on my 30th birthday. And to say the least, it was, you know, amazing. And I couldn't you know, have a better present. And I don't know if John Heck planned that, but that was, you know, pretty cool. And to top it off, I was getting in with my coach, Jerry Matthews. And you know, that was pretty cool, too. So, but I really believe that everything happens for a reason. And coming out of high school, I didn't even consider Stockton as one of the colleges I was going to come to. And some of the factors was I wanted to stay local, and I wanted to play right away as a freshman. So I decided to go to Rowan University, which I know is a rival here, but midway through my freshman year, I was playing, but I just wasn't happy. And just having a great relationship with my brother at the time, he was the starting point guard at Stockton, and I knew he loved the program. He had a lot of success here, and we just kind of talked about the idea of us, playing together and creating something special. And that was ultimately the reason why I decided to come to Stockton. It's because of my brother. But when I got here, my first year, or it was actually the second semester of my freshman year, I was probably about 20 pounds overweight, and Coach Matthews would call me a meatball every day in practice. But he didn't promise me any playing time. I came into a very experienced team, but I just knew I had to sacrifice for the greater good. And by my sophomore year, I had a great summer, and I actually earned the sixth-man position. I still wasn't ready to start with my brother being the point guard, but I embraced that role, and we went on that year to win our first conference championship in 11 years. And that was one of the best moments in my life, because I knew how important that was to my brother. His senior year, and winning that was basically the reason why we decided to for me to come here in the first place. And it kind of just brought it all together, and it solidified the reason why I came to Stockton in the first place. So, and the following year, you guys know, we went on that national championship run, and that that whole experience of me coming off the bench my first 2 years really just got me prepared for that moment, and I ran with it. And if it wasn't for my teammates, obviously, we had 6 other guys on that team that could be standing up here in the Hall of Fame today. I just got all the credit for it. I wouldn't be here without you guys, honestly. So, but yeah, above and beyond all of the the wins, the losses, the accolades, what I'm going to remember most about being at Stockton, is the bonds and the relationships that I built with my teammates and my coaches. And there's one guy that's responsible for all that, and it's Jerry Matthews. He was truly the heartbeat of the program, and none of that success would have never happened without him. And I can tell you now, he cares about winning, but he certainly cares more about his players. He still, to this day, checks in with me, leaves messages every couple months, just saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about you," and that truly means a lot to me. And I'm just privileged that you allowed me to play at Stockton, and it's an honor to be going into the Hall of Fame with you tonight. Sure. So there are a few people, other than Coach Matthews, I want to thank. I want to thank my beautiful girlfriend Maggie and her mother and father who came here tonight. Thank you. My dad. So it was great that I came to Stockton, because my dad and I didn't really have a great relationship. And when I came here, he lived 5 minutes down the road. So I had an opportunity to live with him, and we got real close from that. So I'm grateful that happened too. Thank you to all of my friends that showed up here today, and all your support. You guys really, every day you're there for me. I don't have a big family, so you guys are definitely there for me all the time. I want to thank my former coaches, best coaching staff I've ever played for: Coach Brooks, Coach Bittner, Coach Hutch, and then obviously Coach Matthews. You guys really did a phenomenal job making me become a man over these years. I want to thank all of my teammates. These guys worked just as hard as I did every day. We were all on the same page, and we just, really, we're now in history of Stockton, and that one day everybody's going to be up here in the Hall of Fame with me. It's just a matter of time. So I want to thank Mr. Leodore and Dave Leodore. They brought me into their family when I was 16 years old, and bought me my first car. So I appreciate you guys. And lastly, I would like to thank my brother Mario. Thank you for always being such an amazing role model. I'm really proud of the man you've become, and proud to call you my brother. Without you, I wouldn't be here today either. So, in closing, I'm truly blessed to have so many great people in my life, and it's amazing that I'm standing up here today, and I'm grateful for everything and all the support, and I'll definitely cherish this moment forever. Thanks again. Bye. Thanks.